Hi guys, this is Lynn with Littlefoot Nursery. I am here with reborn baby Zoe. She is the Layla Asleep Realborn Sculpt by Bountiful Baby, and she's adorable. Her artist is Samantha Rose Harker, and I wanted to chat a little bit more about this topic. I brought up in one of my recent videos around like kind of renting a reborn, or I think it was the video where I was talking about, hey, like, could you just have like one baby, and just talking about the desire for variety in our collections, or whether we can be content and happy with one if it's like, kind of the doll of our dreams, right? And then I got a really interesting comment on that video about this one lady sharing that there's a woman on Facebook, and I have no idea who this collector is, but says that she purchases dolls very frequently, and then she doesn't keep them for very long. Like she will buy them and then, kind of keep them for, I don't know, maybe a few months, or it's a short amount of time, and then she'll resell them typically for about what she paid. And she doesn't purchase really expensive babies, but she purchases dolls that are sort of maybe in the 300 to 600 range. So it's not too hard for her to recoup her original investment. I thought that was so fascinating. So this particular collector, I guess, does not, oh, by the way, I should have mentioned I'm changing her into this Romper by Gymboree. So this particular collector does not keep her babies long term. And I think I just thought, it just struck me because I think it's unusual and it's different from how most collectors collect. I think there are definitely some of us who have like a lot of babies, and we do sell babies often, and kind of dolls will cycle in and out. But there will usually be at least some dolls that are like, okay, this is a forever baby. I would never sell this baby. Or, you know what I mean? Like it's usually not your entire collection that gets turned over. So I just found that so interesting that, that this is the case for some collectors, that they do not keep their dolls long term. And again, I don't know how many collectors are in this boat, and if you are, I would love to hear from you. I'm like so curious, like the thought process, and whether you went into collecting knowing that you wouldn't keep these dolls for very long, but that you like variety and that you know that about yourself. So, yeah, and I had kind of said, like, hey, it would be kind of cool if there was an option to rent a reborn or borrow a reborn for a while if we're, feeling like a little bit bored with our collection, but you kind of know you don't necessarily want to have that doll in your nursery forever and ever. Oh my gosh, this is really cute on her. She has not worn this particular outfit, I don't think. Oh my gosh, there's Zoe, and poor Zoe never even got a Christmas outfit. So she's been still wearing like a summery romper. Whenever I do a video with Zoe, I have to show you guys her hair because I think it's just so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, she's so sweet, so cuddly. I haven't taken my dolls out of my room in a while. Like I've just been making videos and then just putting them back. But when I'm making videos and interacting with them, I genuinely do enjoy them, even though most of the week I'm not really doing much with my collection. It really is YouTube. If it weren't for YouTube, I would probably interact with my collection way less. Like I could see myself going weeks without picking up one of my dolls. I know that's terrible, but it's true. So I just have so much going on in life right now. Work is incredibly insane, and just with the pandemic and everything and all the germs, I just don't like to be interacting with my dolls all that much. And all that stuff, and definitely not taking them out. So, but yeah, anyway, I just thought that was so fascinating. So yeah, this particular collector, she buys a lot of dolls, and then she'll have them for a little bit, enjoy them for the time that she has them, and then she'll sell them on and then acquire more. And that could be like a really good way to do it. I know for me though, I do have certain dolls in my collection that I just get really attached to. There are other ones that I probably wouldn't mind, turning over to get like a new face in the nursery, but then I also feel like, well, I really like that baby, and I don't know, you do kind of get attached over time. So even though my collection is big, I am also struggling with, really paring it down, because I really truly like the babies I have in my nursery. So I try to make up for that by not bringing new babies in. I've been trying to be good about that lately, just because I don't have a lot of space, and I am very content with my collection, as I've shared in recent videos. But isn't that interesting? Like, so she's kind of created her own version of like a Rent the Reborn sort of situation, where, yeah, where you buy the doll and then you resell it. For me, I wouldn't do it, just because I really hate having to resell dolls. I feel like buying and selling is honestly kind of a pain, in this hobby. It's the stressful part, right? Where you're kind of like really navigating that landscape, trying not to get scammed on either side, and then when you get that baby, it's like a sigh of relief. Okay, the doll is what you had hoped it would be. It met your expectation or exceeded your expectations. You're happy, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief that that transaction is over. So to kind of go through that transaction multiple times is stressful to me. That's why I do think the Rent a Reborn idea would be really cool. So there's a business idea for any of you ladies who wants to try it. So the trick is, it would have to be a an inexpensive enough rental fee where it makes sense, right? So it can't be like, and I don't know, I'm just trying to think, like, maybe, depending on the price of the doll, it could be, if it's like a less expensive doll, like a $300 to $500 doll, $50 a month rental fee or something like that could be reasonable. Or if it's like a $1,000 Reborn, 1,000 to 1,500, in value, maybe $100 a month or something like that. Kind of think like 1/10 the price for a 1 month fee. 1 month rental would be fair. I'm trying to compare this to like, Bag Bar or Steal or Rent the Runway, where you can pay to rent a dress or rent a handbag, right? And kind of what those rental fees tend to be. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious, like, would you guys do that? Like, if you were not sure if you wanted like a toddler sized doll, because this does happen. Like, when you're new to the hobby, you don't know what you're really going to like and not like. So you end up buying and selling and experimenting while you figure that out. And that's kind of the same with handbags too. Maybe you think you're like a satchel person, but you're like, wait, I'm not gonna, like, for me, I love satchel bags in terms of how they look, but practically speaking, I don't tend to use them very much, because I really need something that I can throw over my shoulder and have my hands free so that I can like deal with my kids. So I've just realized, like, practically that's for me. I also know that practically speaking, the toddler dolls are too big for me. I don't enjoy that size. It's just too big. So I try to stick with 3 to 6 months at the very largest, but my preferred size is really newborn. Newborn is really my like perfect size. But I do like 0 to 3 as well, and preemie as well. So I kind of have restricted it to certain sizes. So it might be a good way to kind of, what you could do with the Rent the Reborn thing is you have an option to purchase the baby, too, that maybe you just can't part with the baby. Maybe there's like an option to purchase. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of a cool idea. I just think our hobby is like too niche for it to probably take off. And most of us ladies just get so attached to these babies, and we can't imagine having to return the doll after you've had it for a month. I could see that. The other thing I've seen collectors do is, do a Reborn swap. So you find another collector, and you decide, and somebody you trust, okay, because I generally don't like trades for this reason. It's too easy to get scammed. But you send each other a baby from your nursery, and you have that baby kind of like a traveling Reborn, right? Who can kind of be a guest in your home for a month, and you can try the baby on in different outfits, take pictures, have the baby, with your other babies and that sort of thing. And that can be kind of fun. And then, but at the end of the month, you're going to send the doll back, and but you had some enjoyment and a new face in the nursery for that month. So that could be one fun idea for those of you guys who want to try it, maybe after COVID times. But yeah, just trying to think through like ways that, we can kind of, quench the craving for some variety in our collections, while at the same time watching our budgets. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this topic. Feel free to leave me a comment or make a video if you want to do this as a tag. I'm just like curious what you guys think, and I will see you guys on the next video. And Zoe is going to say bye to her aunties, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.